Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we have a brand new speculation maps thanks to HN Nightmares. Now these guys, if you guys remember these guys from last year and last year's videos that I made, these guys are reliable and amazing with their speculation maps. You know, they release one every 3, 4 every year, for speculation season and everything, and they're the best of the best, you know. So today we got a good one that we have to go over, you know. And but before I get into this video, if you guys don't mind, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. We're on the road to 200 subscribers, and I know that we can make it. So let's get right into it. This speculation map, you guys are gonna love it. So let's dive right into it. Let's go. So right here we have the map with speculations. This one is from Universal Studios Hollywood. They usually do two for Hollywood and Orlando, but we're gonna do Hollywood because that's the one we go to. So we're gonna be starting down with the lower lot, to where Scarecrow was at last year and Texas Chainsaw the year prior. The rumor has it that it will be a clown house, but more importantly, a Jack the Clown house. Now, he is a Horror Nights icon that has mostly been featured in Orlando, but the fact that they're bringing him here to Hollywood and they're thinking about it is crazy. It's really massive. But the twist is that in the picture, if you look closely, there is another person there, and people are saying that it could be Hollywood Harry. Now, he's been here at Horror Nights in Hollywood before, so they are thinking of them two possibly fighting and being in there in the house of them fighting or algo. That would be crazy. But me personally, I wish they would team up, while you're in line y todo, and they're out there going crazy, and then you go inside their madhouse, the locos and everything. That would be wild. That would be a house to go to. That would be something crazy. And I hope they do it. I hope they go through with it, because that would be amazing for everyone to see. So with that, we move on to the next house. We move on to where Five Nights at Freddy's was at last year and the weekend before as well. So you see the upside down clock, and that can only mean one thing and one thing only: Stranger Things 5. Now, of course, with the huge season that ended the show last year, it was always speculated that it will show up at Horror Nights. Especially because of the working relationship that Netflix has with Universal, especially during these events. It's always been speculated when they had Stranger Things season 4 and season 3 and everything. So yeah, season 5 is gonna be there. It was a really good season. It was really good for everything. La verdad, the horror is gonna be good, and there's gonna have moments. If you saw the show, they have moments right there perfectly that just fits Horror Nights, where you could walk through, and that it'll work out. It'll work out. So that's the speculation for the upside down clock. That, yeah, he'll be Stranger Things. It's gotta be there. It's gotta be there to end off Stranger Things at Horror Nights. And now we make our way towards where Jason Universe was at last year, and The Last of Us también in years prior. And so with this picture, we have a cap with pins on it. Now that is Pinhead, also known as Hellraiser. Now this is a popular franchise that, it's been a really strong rumor for a really long time already, for almost since last year, la verdad. It's always been heavily speculated with a really strong rumor. And, with this movie, I know it'll be a really wild house with Pinhead appearing, because this movie came out a really long time ago, but seeing him now, y todo, with everything that they could do with him, it's going to be awesome. He's going to be appearing, he's going to be raising hell, porque pues he's Hellraiser. And yeah, I see this being a really amazing house, and I see it happening and succeeding. I feel like it's going to, what's the word? Exceed expectations. I see it really working. I see it really good. And with that, we're gonna go to the final house of the lower lot. Now, the final house in the lower lot is heavily speculated to be the return of a music house. Yes, so in years prior, we had the houses of The Weeknd and everything with his music, but this one is speculated where the WWE White 6 was at last year. Now, if you see the picture, it is a dancing skeleton couple, and that could be Lady Gaga. Yes, so the speculation came out of the blue, la verdad. I never expected this, But hey, man, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. It has been speculated for a while, ever since the dancing skeleton couple hit. Hitting los pasos prohibidos. And I really see it being a really good, creepy house, filled with her music, but slowed down, kind of like how The Weeknd's was, when he played his music, but it'll slow down and reverb, giving that creepy vibe. It'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. And I really enjoyed The Weeknd's house. So, man, I'm not against this. I love so many Gaga songs. Y todo, pues, está chido. Pero this one's going to be good. This one's going to be good. And this finishes the lower lot houses. And now we're going to make our way to the upper lot towards where Monstros was at last year. So now with the upper lot where Monstros has been for the past few years, it looks like una dama latina with roses on her head. So they have said, John Murdy has said that the Monstro series has ended. So this could be a brand new IP that they bring, their own, algo nuevo, something new, because Monstros is done. But it looks like they do want to keep it inside the Latin culture, pues, the Latino culture, because pues they got a lot of folklore, folk tales there, And the Pilon already a Latina is already feisty and scary as it is, So now imagine with the skeleton face. Man, hombre, I wouldn't want to imagine. So it's like that. Or for all we know, maybe he changed his mind and he wants a Monstros 4. Maybe that would cap off the series. But we gotta wait and see. It's all just speculation for now. But hey, whatever they decide, I know it's gonna be really, really good. And now we move on over to where Fallout was last year. Moving on to this Burning Book. Now that Burning Book is being speculated to be Evil Dead Burn, the movie that is coming out later this year. And obviously, of course, that's where Fallout was at. The Quiet Place, Evil Dead Rise was there, so I believe it is within the same series as Evil Dead Burn. So I could see it happening there. It's gonna look like a crazy movie. That movie says it comes out during fall 2026. So I know it's gonna be a really good house. I feel like the movie will be really good. So if that ends up showing up and coming, pues I'll accept it. Como sea. Either way, no nos queda otra. But I know it's gonna be a really good house because Evil Dead Rise was crazy. That thing was wild. So this one within the same series is gonna be really good, really good. And now with that, we move on to the lower lots, the other ones, verdad? So now we go. As for all the machetes that we're seeing around in the map, those are still a mystery, but I still have hope and dreams of a Halloween Michael Myers house and or Scream. Now, I know it's hard and it's crazy, but a man can dream, right? A man can dream. Because that's all we know. That's all the info we know. Just machetes. I highly doubt it's going to be Jason again. I highly doubt it. But that's all we know so far. Nothing. So now we go over to the Terror Tram because that one's looking really good. Now, where the Terror Tram is at, we see the trash bags. And pues it can only mean one thing. The man, the myth, the star of last year, Art the Clown, aka Terrifier, to be returning and taking over the Terror Tram. Now, obviously, Art the Clown was a huge success last year. Walking around the park, his house, everything about him that he brought was a huge success to the event. So if Horror Nights brings him back to take over the Terror Tram, that's going to be huge and that's going to be massive, Everyone's going to love it. It's going to add a new craziness to the Terror Tram that, Blumhouse has been amazing, and then the Insects guy from years past was really good. But realistically, like, if Terrifier is the lead guy for the Terror Tram, that thing's going to send it to a whole new level. Everyone's going to want to go on it. Everyone's going to love it. And that thing's going to be amazing. So, those are the rumors, the trash bags. It's always Terrifier. And now finally, we move on to the final house speculation. Now moving on to the final part of the lower lot when you pass Harry Potter, where Terrifier's house was at last year, and Chucky the year prior to that, we see cigars and a lighter. And that can only mean one thing: smoke and stacks, aka sinners. aka Sinners. Now, this movie was a massive hit and a massive success. Such a good movie. It won multiple Oscars. Michael B. Jordan took home an Oscar for the best male actor performance because of that movie. You know, that movie was amazing. That movie was really good. If you guys haven't seen it, I recommend it. I loved it. I loved it so much. It was really, really good. That movie was amazing. It adds an element of fear to it. It has a lot of moments and scenes that they could bring as you walk by. I could easily see that house being there. You know, it was a surprise, honestly. I wasn't expecting it. But the more you think about it, it makes sense. You know, like that movie is crazy. That movie was wild. But overall, such an amazing movie. So, Sinners is the final house of the speculations that we have of the only map we have so far. But man, what a way. What a way. You know, all these houses that are, you know, speculated on, they're nice. They're nice. They're nice. You know, they're going to be good. If they do end up being true, I'm not going to complain. I know it's going to be a really, really good year. You know, but that's it for this one. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video of the speculations. Let me know in the comments down below if there's some that you guys want. Is there other theories that you guys know about? What speculation have you heard? You know, what houses do you want? Y todo. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Swearbird out. Adios. Bye. Peace.